Here's exactly what happened. Binance and SEI Network made simultaneous official announcements confirming that Binance has joined SEI's blockchain as an official validator, not a partner, not a supporter, a validator, which means Binance is now actively participating in SEI's block production and network security infrastructure. Let me clarify what validator status actually means because most coverage completely misses this. On a public blockchain, validators are the entities responsible for recording transactions, generating new blocks, and verifying the legitimacy of every transaction that flows through the network. They're not passive participants, they're core infrastructure maintaining network integrity. Binance now runs validator nodes on SEI's blockchain. They're staking capital. They're processing transactions, they're securing the network alongside other validators. This is operational commitment requiring technical resources, infrastructure investment, and ongoing maintenance. Exchanges don't do this casually. SEI Network's official statement reads, "The world's largest cryptocurrency exchange is now a SEI Network validator. Binance, which powers $180 billion worth of assets for over 200 million users, now helps secure the fastest L1. That fastest L1 claim isn't marketing hyperbole. SEI has demonstrated transaction finality speeds that outperform most competing Layer 1 blockchains. We'll get into the technical metrics shortly, but understand that Binance doesn't stake its reputation on claims it can't verify. They've tested SEI's infrastructure internally before committing to validator status. The announcement continues. This participation demonstrates the growing confidence of global businesses in SEI's role as the preferred payment layer for corporate-level finance. Binance's participation as a validator aligns with SEI's vision for scalable, high-performance, enterprise-grade infrastructure. Enterprise-grade infrastructure. That phrase matters because it signals SEI's positioning beyond retail speculation into institutional financial rails. Binance validating SEI's blockchain legitimizes that narrative with operational proof. So why does Binance becoming a validator matter more than a standard partnership announcement? Let me break down the strategic implications layer by layer. First, let's talk about network security enhancement. When an entity controlling $180 billion in assets commits infrastructure to securing your blockchain, well, network credibility just skyrockets. Other institutional players who are evaluating SEI for integration now view Binance's operational involvement as a significant risk validation. Second, we have technical validation. Binance operates on a scale that most blockchains, well, they never even come close to experiencing. Their daily transaction volume, user load, and uptime requirements are just extreme. By choosing SEI as a validation target, Binance is signaling a strong confidence in SEI's technical architecture under production-grade stress. Third, let's discuss ecosystem alignment. Validators earn rewards for securing networks, and now Binance has a direct economic alignment with SEI's success. When SEI's network activity increases, validator rewards go up. When SEI's token value appreciates, Binance's stake position appreciates as well. This creates incentive alignment that goes beyond just simple listing fees or trading volume. Binance directly benefits from SEI's growth. Fourth, let's talk about enterprise credibility. SEI positions itself as infrastructure for, corporate-level finance. That kind of positioning really demands credibility with traditional financial institutions, which are often pretty skeptical of crypto's reliability. Binance's validator participation actually provides third-party validation from crypto's largest operational entity. So when SEI approaches enterprise clients, they can point to Binance's operational involvement as proof of, institutional-grade infrastructure. Fifth, let's look at the adoption catalyst. Industry experts quoted in the announcement expect Binance's participation to, and I quote, greatly contribute to the increase of SEI adoption and the long-term development of the SEI token. That's not just speculation, it's based on historical patterns where major exchange involvement really accelerates ecosystem development through increased visibility, credibility, and integration opportunities. Now, let's examine SEI's actual operational metrics, because the on-chain data really reveals why Binance selected this specific Layer 1. SEI currently supports over 70 million wallets. And just to be clear, that's not 70 million total addresses ever created. That's active wallet infrastructure supporting a substantial user base. For context, that's actually larger than many countries' populations and represents real network utilization. Daily transaction volume sits at 4.5 million transactions. That's not just occasional activity. That's consistent, daily throughput demonstrating real usage beyond speculative trading. SEI is processing actual economic activity at scale. Peak total value locked reached over $680 million as of July 2025. TVL represents capital deployed within the ecosystem. Liquidity pools, staking contracts, DeFi applications. $680 million in locked value indicates meaningful ecosystem development beyond basic token speculation. The fastest L1 claim ties to SEI's technical architecture optimized for transaction finality speed. While many Layer 1s prioritize decentralization or security at the expense of speed, SEI's design focuses on performance suitable for payment infrastructure and high-frequency financial applications. Quick pause. If you're getting actual insight into why major exchange validator participation matters for Layer 1 positioning, and you want analysis that goes beyond surface-level news coverage, hit that like button right now. It helps this channel reach traders who need depth over clickbait. And, if you're not subscribed to TJ Crypto World, subscribe and activate notifications, because when SEI announces additional enterprise integrations or validator partnerships, I'll break down the implications immediately. Don't miss it. Following the announcement, SEI's price saw a modest 3% increase. Some traders might view that as underwhelming, like only 3% for such major news. But, it's important to really understand what you're seeing here. The initial price response rarely captures the long-term impact of infrastructure developments. Validator partnerships don't create those immediate speculative pumps like token burns or sudden supply shocks. Instead, they create structural improvements that compound over time through enhanced credibility, increased adoption, and, ecosystem expansion. The 3% move represents immediate market recognition, but honestly, the real value accrual happens over months as the partnership's effects actually materialize. If you look at historical precedent from other Layer 1 chains, you'll see that major validator announcements often precede sustained uptrends rather than instant price spikes. The market gradually reprices assets as infrastructure improvements translate into measurable adoption metrics. For SEI specifically, Binance's validator participation creates several potential catalysts. First, enhanced Binance integration, validator status could precede deeper product integration. Potentially SEI-based trading pairs, SEI staking products on Binance, or even SEI infrastructure powering Binance smart chain features. Then, there's credibility for enterprise deals. SEI's enterprise outreach gains legitimacy. When pitching corporate clients, referencing Binance's operational involvement carries weight that simple marketing claims just can't match. Developer confidence is on the rise. Developers evaluating which Layer 1 to build on now see reduced platform risk. If Binance validates SEI's infrastructure, projects built on SEI have a lower risk of underlying chain failure. Additional validator recruitment is another exciting development. Binance's participation may attract other major entities to validate SEI, further decentralizing and securing the network. Plus, it adds additional credible backers to the mix. Alright everyone, that's the complete breakdown on Binance becoming a SEI network validator, what it means operationally, why it matters strategically, and how it positions SEI for the next phase of Layer 1 competition. We've covered network security implications, technical validation, enterprise credibility, SEI's operational metrics, and the long-term outlook beyond initial price action. Before you go, two things. First, if this analysis gave you clarity on why validator partnerships matter more than, just surface-level exchange listings, smash that like button. Second, subscribe to TJ Crypto World and turn on all notifications because when SEI announces follow-up developments, like additional validators, enterprise integrations, or technical upgrades, I'll deliver immediate breakdowns. Huge appreciation for your time and attention today. You could be anywhere right now, and you chose to invest this time understanding infrastructure developments that actually impact crypto's evolution. That really shows you're serious about this space. If you want deeper dives on other Layer 1 projects competing in the infrastructure wars, projects with real metrics, partnerships, and technical differentiation, check out my full Layer 1 analysis playlist. The link is in the description, and honestly, there's genuine alpha in that content. Until next time, this is TJ from TJ Crypto World. Focus on fundamentals, watch for infrastructure developments over hype cycles, and I'll catch you in the next breakdown.